This is the Little Moments Count radio podcast, created in partnership with community radio stations throughout Minnesota. Each episode, you'll hear interviews with early childhood experts on how to support the important brain development that takes place in the first 1,000 days of life, just through little moments every day. Learn more at littlemomentscount.org/podcast.
FM 89.9 KMOJ, looking at 33 minutes after the hour. 3 o'clock within the Twin Cities. Good afternoon, Walter Q. Bear Banks Jr. Got you on the afternoon drive. No question about it. Letting you know, ladies and gentlemen, every other Tuesday, we try to lock in and make it happen when we talk about Little Moments Count. Now, letting you know that Little Moments Count this afternoon is brought to you by Little Moments Count. It's a statewide collaborative that's focusing on helping parents and caregivers learn about the importance of brain development in the first 3 years of one's life. Nearly 80% of brain growth happens between the first 1,000 days of a smaller person's interaction when we're talking playing, reading, singing, and the list goes on. And I'm letting you know right now, if you'd like more information, you can always lock in to littlemomentscount.org. And this afternoon, we got none other than Dr. Artika Tyner. I'd like to say a good early afternoon to you, and how are you doing?
Very well. Honored to be here.
No doubt, no doubt. For the listening audience, can you give us a little bit about yourself? Because I know it starts with being a CEO of Planting People Growing Justice Press and Bookstore, but give us a little bit of insight about that and a little bit about yourself as well.
Yes, we created Planting People Growing Justice. Our mission is in our name. How can we be impactful through the power of books, of stories, and honoring Black history? So our goal is to make every experience an opportunity for the community to learn, grow, and lead.
So now for the listening audience, when it comes to dealing with a young person's life, and you're also a book writer as well, and I'm saying there's a lot of them, and stay consistent with what you're doing because you're dropping that knowledge on them. But how important is it for youngsters and little ones to get the opportunity to learn to read and to be able to read?
Learning to read is essential. Learning to read helps to open up not only the imagination, problem-solving skills, the ability to write effectively, to communicate effectively. Reading is truly the building block of education. But unfortunately, for far too many children, that building block is missing. And that's where the work of Planting People Growing Justice steps in to provide parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, the community with the tools to help provide young people with the opportunity to learn the basics of literacy.
Now, when it comes to being an author and being a book writer, what is it that you would like for those to receive when it comes to reading that you have done?
I want people to read our books and connect to history and culture. Our books are for everyone, but in particular, as it relates to Black history, it's the opportunity to see ourselves and our stories and our history reflected on the pages of books. And I don't know about you, Q Bear, but when I was growing up, there were few opportunities for that. With our work through Planting People Growing Justice, we've published nearly 50 books that help to ground us in that history, to say, I'm Black and I'm proud, to say, I come from a legacy of creators, inventors, disruptors, that this legacy I will carry through. And through the power of books, I'll read those stories and feel empowered.
Now, when it comes to you as well, I know that you're not just here in the Twin Cities. So can you give us some impact on some of the things that you're doing abroad, as they call it, when we're talking about overseas?
Yes, our work has touched the entire world, from Asia to Africa to Europe through the Caribbean. Importantly, we do have a partnership directly in Ghana. So when I'm not here in Minnesota and in our Rondo community, I am teaching and helping to create literacy and writing programs in Ghana. So specifically, if I take you to where we live and work is in the Akwamu Kingdom, and I would be remiss if I don't give honor to our king, Odenahol Koto III. So our work is specifically related to his education and public health initiatives.
And now when it comes to a lot of the youngsters, and we know in today's times and some of the things that's happening right here in the Twin Cities, What would you say to some of the caregivers or some of those that are looking out for each other, when it comes to some of the nonsense and some of the craziness that does exist around us, around this planet that we're on called Earth? What would you say to them of encouragement of doing what needs to be done?
I would tell them to make reading interactive, make it not just about school and another homework assignment, but make it about a way of life. Reading, writing, telling our stories, being creative, that's a part of culture for the African American experience. Let's lean into it and make it practical. Like this month, as we celebrate Black History Month, and the theme is commemorating a century, 100 years of celebrating Black heroes and sheroes. Make it practical in the day-to-day life of our children. If we're thinking about something as simple as flipping a light switch, think about Lewis Latimer and what he did to help design and improve the light bulb. If we're talking about hair care products, Madam C.J. Walker, Annie Turnbull Malone, blood banks, when we're taking our young people to the hospital for that annual or to the annual physical, whatever it may be, talk about Dr. Charles Drew. Let's make learning a part of our day-to-day lives to reflect on the greatness that's within us. And once we do that, I just got a sense we'll stand a little bit taller. I just have a sense that our community will be stronger. And we do that one book at a time, one learning opportunity at a time. And that's how we build not only strength, but power.
And if someone is out there that's listening right at this moment and they've heard some of the things that you just said and would like to be a part of or find out more about it, how can they get in contact with you? Website or phone number, whatever you have that's available?
You can visit our website. Our website is our name for Planting People Growing Justice. So it's ppgjli.org. So for Planting People Growing Justice. But in addition to that, meet us in person. We have an open invitation. Every first Saturday, we're at the Jimmy Lee Rec Center in partnership with the JK Movement for our Leaders or Readers program. Every first Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free book giveaway, free lunch, free basic necessities for the community. It's a holistic learning experience where you can not only gain those tools on teaching literacy, but you can practice them in community, in partnership, in the sake of ensuring that our children have a world-class educational experience.
And if by chance I missed a question or two, is there anything else you'd like to add?
With it being February, please, I'm asking all parents, all caregivers, all adults, teach a young person about the founder of Black History Month, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Why? Because oftentimes we talk about Black History Month and we name a bunch of people, historical events, but Dr. Carter G. Woodson had a vision that we all can live out today. That vision that if we celebrate our history and culture, we can reach new heights. And I'll close out with a quote from Dr. Carter G. Woodson that's directly related to this. He says, as another has well said, to handicap a student by teaching him that his Black face is a curse and that his struggle to change his condition is hopeless, it's the worst sort of lynching. What is he saying? Let's help our students, help our young people reach their full potential, and that their Blackness, their history, and their culture is a source of strength, a source of pride. And if we continue to celebrate our history, we'll build a stronger community.
I want to say thank you very much for the time and the opportunity, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Q-Bear.
No doubt, no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Dr. Artika Tyner. And again, if you like more information and more information about this particular show, it's littlemomentscount.org/podcast. And I'm letting you know right now, you can also lock into the website at littlemomentscount.org. It's FM 89.9 KMOJ. No doubt about it. It's the People's Station.
Thanks for listening to the Little Moments Count radio podcast in partnership with community radio stations throughout Minnesota. You can find the Little Moments Count radio podcast wherever you get your podcasts and at littlemomentscount.org/podcast.